pre-trip vehicle 746. We're going to be going over the basic components of the spray truck, as well as how to fill out your driver's log. First thing we want you to do is fill out the driver's log with the date, your name, your vehicle number, start odometer, payroll start, what time you leave the yard, what time you return to the yard, and your job start location. All must be filled out in blue or black ink, legibly printed. Let's take a look at the doors and make sure the doors open and close on this vehicle. Both doors appear to open and close. I'm going to check the gross vehicle weight on the inside of the door here. This one's listed at 14,000 pounds. You can also see on the inside here that we have the PSI marked off cold, so you know what to fill your tires to. We're going to open up the hood of the truck by popping the latch inside. So you pull the latch, you'll come over to the hood, find the latch mechanism on the inside. It goes left to right, right to left. Very good. No prop rod on this guy because, again, it has the hinges. Most important component we'll check today will be the engine oil. You're going to look and find the yellow dipstick that is round, clear off the excess oil that's on top, and reinsert it into the engine. You'll notice that we're doing this while the vehicle is cold, never checking the engine oil or the coolant while the engine is running. This should all be done before you start the truck up. Ideal level should be in between the two dots, and we can tell it's right about here, so it's pretty full. Plenty of oil. The dipstick to the next side you'll see is triangular, and that is for the transmission fluid. The transmission fluid is to be checked while the truck is warm and running. See on top here that it tells us what kind of oil, 5W20, as well as how much, 7 quarts. In the event that we would need to add oil to this truck, remove your cap. The cap also tells you what type of oil goes in it, 5W20. You would add your funnel, you would add your appropriate oil, and then you would re-add the cap. Once you've added the cap back to it, you're going to want to check the oil again to make sure that you've got enough in there this time with the dipstick. Now that that's complete, we'll head over to the battery, take a look and see if there's any corrosion. You can see we've got a little bit here starting to build up. You'll see it be a lighter in color there. So nothing quite yet, but it is something you want to keep an eye on. Washer fluid, you want to make sure that your reservoir has fluid inside. This one might need a little bit. Panning over the engine, we're looking to see if we have any pooling or puddling of oil on the engine, around the engine, in the engine. Everything appears to be good here. We'll come over to your coolant level. Coolant level has a minimum or a maximum fill line on the side. Very good. Come over to your brake fluid. Brake fluid, you can see, has a minimum and maximum fill line as well. If you find yourself adding brake fluid daily or weekly, this is something you're going to want to let someone else know. That is a sure sign that there's something wrong with your brakes. So you're going to want to let your supervisor or your mechanic know. Power steering fluid has also a minimum or a maximum fill level. You'll see that on the side here. Appears to be in good shape. Let's take a look at the belt. Inside we'll see the belt is intact and in good shape. No fraying, no tattering. Everything's good there. You can go ahead and close the hood. Check out some components on the inside of the truck, starting with the seat belt. Make sure the driver's safe. You want to pull your seat belt all the way across your body and wait till you hear the click. Very good. So we've got our seat belt on. We're going to check out our windshield and fire up the engine here. Windshield has no cracks, no chips. It looks to be in good shape here. We're going to check out our windshield wipers. Oh, we do have a chip. Looks like it might have been filled already, but that's a good spot by the driver. Thank you. Checking to make sure we've got our registration for our truck as well. Let's check out those windshield wipers. Windshield wipers work. I'm going to make sure we have the fluid that comes out as well. And this one we can see the fluid coming out, so we're good there. Come around the side of the truck. We're going to check the horn out, make sure the horn works. Very good. We're going to check out the steering wheel, make sure that the steering wheel works well. Tires match, nothing too loose, nothing too tight. You can check out our side view mirrors here, make sure there's nothing cracked or missing there. That appears to be in good shape. Same thing with the passenger side. Very good. Let's go ahead and check out our lights. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's check out our defrost and our vents while we're inside the truck. Defrost, you'll turn on. Make sure it's coming out of the top. Very good. Vents in the middle. Working good as well. Very nice. We're going to check for our CB radio while we're inside. Make sure that we can communicate to the other trucks in the procession. CB radio should always be tuned to channel 2. Let's check out our gauges inside here. We see that our oil pressure on the left-hand side there is in good shape. Should shoot up to the middle when we turn the truck on. We're going to check your fuel gauge. Truck should be filled up with gas or diesel at the beginning of the day, depending on what your truck takes. Always fill the truck up in the morning, top it off. Your temperature gauges in the middle will show your water temperature as well as your transmission temperature. So like we talked about with the transmission, if you're checking the transmission temperature, or transmission fluid, you're going to check and wait until it warms up first, and then pull the dipstick. We also have a check engine light on in this truck. Most of these you'll see the check engine light on has been checked already. This is probably just an O2 sensor, but good to note on your list as well. Let's check out our lights. Let's go around the front of the truck and check out the headlights. Headlights are good. Give me the high beams. High beams are good. Give me the four ways. Four ways are good. Give me the driver signal. Good. Passenger signal. Good. Let's go around the back and check out the back. As we walk around, we'll see that we also have our fire extinguisher as well as our triangles. Let's check out our lights. Marker lights along the side. Any light that's installed must be working, or it is a DOT violation. So we've got marker lights on the side. We've got some above the back lights here. We have one on the side. We need to make sure that those are all working. Let's do brake lights. Brake lights are good. Give me four ways. Four-way flashers are good. Give me the driver signal. Good. Passenger signal. Good. Backup lights. Backup lights are working. And you can see that we also have the alarm in the back. Very good. Let's check out our beacons. Make sure our beacons are working. Beacons light up on the top and in the back. And we also have one in the middle here. Beacons can be turned on inside the truck by flipping on your switch on the master board. Labeled beacons. Up is on, down is off. Very good. We're also going to check for any damage while we're looking at the truck to see that there's any dents in the doors, any dings, anything loose or hanging along the truck that shouldn't be. We're going to look under the truck for any oil that may be leaking out or any issues that we may have with fluid coming under the truck. Everything appears to be in good shape here. Very good. No damage here. Truck appears to be in good shape. Fenders are all in good shape. Bumpers intact. Looks like a good vehicle. Come back to the tire here. We're going to give it a little pressure test. Just a little push on the tire, make sure nothing's loose, make sure it's holding the pressure. On this side, we also have our gas cap. This one will tell you it does take gasoline. You'll pull the fuel door open and you'll find the gas cap. Now this is on a spring, so you're gonna have to hold that open to make sure, but as you can see, everything works fine there. Let's check out the front tires here. We're gonna be applying that same pressure test as we applied to the back. Giving it a little kick, make sure it's holding the tire pressure. Let's take a look at the lug nuts while we're here. Make sure the lug nuts are on tight. Make sure there's nothing loose on the lug nuts, nothing turns by hand, so we're good there. Let's go inside the tires. I want to take a look at our rotors here. Making sure there's no gouges, no excessive wear in there. You can also check your pads while you're in here, although it's hard to show on the video. Checking your brake pads, checking your rotors, very important throughout the course of the day. And again, we're looking inside for anything loose, anything hanging along the inside, but everything looks good here. Let's check out our tread depth while we're here. Tread depth, you can just insert old Honest Abe inside and make sure you're not seeing his head. Looks like there's a lot of meat on these tires. They're in good shape. Go back to our list, our driver's log. We can see that driver's license is required on person at all times. Proper license for the vehicle. Medical card for any vehicles 10,001. Proper PPE. Basic PPE we provide for you inside the truck is going to be your high visibility vest, your safety glasses, your hard hat, and your gloves. As you look back at our sheet, our toolbox is required for a spray truck. That's in the back work box. 10 hours off duty applies to all drivers. Brakes are adjusted or self-adjusting. Cell phone use is prohibited. Seat belts are required inside. You must stop at all DOT checkpoints. The vehicle's gross weight we looked at already. We're going to check out the vehicle height on the inside. And inside we can see that the height is 9 foot 6 inches.